Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. This is episode 3 of A Man Went to a Flea Market, and, well, it kind of sounds like we're waiting for a punchline here, but the man who went to the flea market was myself. I went to, as a vendor, to 2 flea markets in the last few weeks, and while I was selling most of the time, I kind of bought some things too. And so we'll do part 3, which is some of the reels that I found from the vendors. And we'll show you what I got. We'll talk a little bit about those reels. We're going to see if I can't make these work again. And some of them are working. None of them were very expensive, but they're all fun. And as I mentioned to the folks that I'm buying from, they pretty much know who I am. And I mentioned that I'm always looking for candidates to do videos on, and rare and unusual reels just to make something for the videos. So I almost consider it, just an investment in the channel to buy some reels to show folks how they're done. Interestingly enough, at these flea markets, there's an intermediate class of reels that they're not rare enough or old enough to be a serious collectible or seriously priced, but they're certainly not new enough to be in demand. It's sort of like a 1980s Ford Escort, I guess. It's not collectible yet, but nobody wants it, right? So you get these bargain prices on some fishing reels. So most of the reels I'll show you are probably in the $5 to $10 range, and I can't wait to get started on some of these, giving these reels a second chance. I have mentioned over time that some of the second chances they get, they go to youth fishing programs. There's a couple of fishing clubs I belong to that have these fishing derbies and the like. And if the reel didn't cost me very much, and if it has an opportunity to go fishing again, a lot of times they'll just get donated to the club. They'll strap them on rods and make some kids happy to learn the art of fishing. So let's show you what I got here. At first glance, this would almost look like a Penn 65. This reel was a J.C. Higgins reel. J.C. Higgins reel means that it was sold by Sears. J.C. Higgins happened to be the sporting goods buyer, and they put his name on the reels. First glance, it looks like a Penn reel because it has that torpedo handle. You'll notice if you look closely, though, it's not exactly the handle that's on a Penn reel. The inside nut, very much an Ocean City reel. This reel was made by Ocean City. It's got the 2 bars front and back that look like the Penn Long Beach, but on this side, of course, it's different, and there's 3 screws holding the reel seat in as opposed to 2. This one works nicely. Has a nice smooth turn, nice smooth spin to the spool, good drags. Not much is going to need to be done to bring that one up to speed. Well, the next one up, I'm just a sucker for. I may have mentioned this at one point. Looks like we're kind of snagged up here. I don't understand why vendors sell the reels with the line on them. It's usually an indication that they're just in for a quick flip, that they haven't serviced the reel or done any work on the reel. They just want to move that reel along. Probably found this at a garage sale or something. And, well, it's just one of those reels that I think will make a good subject of a video. But more importantly, I like the reels as they are with a memory in mind. This is a Senator reel, Cenature, made in France. This is the Senator Pacific, and this one is, I'm having trouble seeing this. Oh, I can't really see what that is. If you look at this one, I can't turn the handle, but if I try to turn the rotor, you'll notice that the handle turns. What that normally means is that the reel is just flooded with old dirt and grease that's all dried up, and the dried up grease is causing the issue. There's a coin slot here. I'm thinking that you probably get a peek inside. Haven't been on this reel. Well, I'm not going to try and damage that at this point. It's probably clogged up as well. I am definitely going to do this one as a video in terms of how this reel was made. And as I mentioned, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Senator because that's the reel that I learned how to fish with in the surf. My dad bought one of these for me back in the 1950s and was teaching me how to surf cast with it. This is not the exact reel, but the exact reel may show up next. Right there. There you go. But this is an evolution of the reel. It is the full bail, and from what I can tell, it seems like the bail will work. We're just going to have to get all that old dried grease and debris and the like out of there. Well, again, if you'd like to see these videos, how they're serviced, how the reels come apart, and learn a little bit more about those histories, then I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Well, here's the one that I did learn on, and again, it's the Pacific. It's also by Senator, and the interesting one with this is it's got a half bail. And I can tell you on more than one occasion, I got my hands kind of banged up, probably fighting a fish, trying to grab the top of the pole for leverage, and that little half bail there, well, it hooked me. This one works. There's a little spool chirp in there, but it's working. I bought this one as a memory, and that's this one. I don't put a lot of reels on my shelf. This one I think is going to go on my shelf. I've been looking for one of these for a while, particularly one that's in an operable position. And, well, I think I found it. So I guess we got a chirp because that spool isn't very tight. Let's see if we can't tighten that down. No, not yet. So there's something to be done with the drag washers in there. Yeah, there's something going on here. Okay, we'll figure that one out for sure. Well, we didn't stop there. We got another one of these oldies. This one is a Fluger 2048, and you can always generally tell the Flugers, they have these huge mechanical thumbers on them, and well, it's an adjustment process to slow the spool down, and you do that by rolling your thumb on that. This one turns pretty free and easy. This one's a little loose on this side. I'm not sure what's going on there. I bought it because it's nice and clean and it was inexpensive, and I'm not sure if I've done the video on the 2048. This is called the Sea View. If I haven't done a video on it, I'd like to do a video on it. So that was the motivation behind buying this one, was the potential to do that as a video. Well, there's one more in here that I purchased, and yep, you guessed it. Well, here's the rest of that line. This one was only a couple of dollars because it's broken. It's a parts reel. When you go to the video, or when you go to these flea markets and you're considering purchasing these reels, by all means make sure that you closely examine the reels, because particularly if you're buying an older one, you're going to find that sometimes parts just are not available. Well, this is a smaller version of what you saw, the Pacific. This is called the Senator River, also again made in France. You can see that the bail is not operable here, and on this side it appears something's either frozen or broken with this. I'm trying to move the lever. Yeah, we can reset the bail by moving that lever, but I'm just not certain what's going on underneath there. So this one's going to take some work to do. Also, you can see some of the differences. The button up top probably was replaced. This looks like a kind of a gnarled replacement to it. You can see the washers underneath there. But it does, again, like the other one, it turns if you turn the rotor, so it's just bad grease in there. And well, we'll see what we can do to keep that one alive. Finally, what else did I buy? Well, can't pass up a good deal, and this is a good deal. I was able to find a fillet knife. This is a Dexter. I'm pretty sure it's a Dexter. Yeah, this is a Dexter. And these are one of the best fishing fillet knives for saltwater fishing available on the market. So while I was working with one of the vendors with the question that I always ask, what else do you got? He pulled out a box from under his table and said, I got all this stuff. I didn't have room on my table. If you're interested in it, make me an offer. Made him an offer. Got myself a Dexter fillet knife, which is just a beautiful piece cutlery. There you go. Well, didn't learn how to say that. Well, what I do know how to say is thank you to all of our first responders and essential personnel and everybody that works to keep us safe. I truly appreciate that. This is the end of episode 3. There's one more to go, so please stay tuned and stay watching. And if you'd like to see any of these as videos, maybe this Fluger, just let me know. And time permitting, I'll try and do those videos for you. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.